So for those of you, hang on a second. For those of you who are not biblically savvy, let's just find out how much the Jews really are affiliated with the Christians. Rabbis Ben Zion Bosco wrote in Judaism and Christian Predicament, 1967, page 59. This is not, basically it says, isn't the Jewish God of the Old Testament is why we have popular belief in Christ, the Judeo-Christian religion. Here's what he writes. This is not an uncommon impression that one finds it sometimes among Jews as well as Christians that Judaism is the religion of the Hebrew Bible. It is, of course, a fallacious impression. Judaism is not the religion of the Bible. Gee whiz, Christians. To learn what's going on, Rabbi Moshe M. Magal wrote, "You will notice the great difference between the Jewish and Christian religion, but these are not all. We consider the two religions so different that one excludes the other. We emphasize that there is no such thing as Judean Christian religion. There is not any similarity between the two concepts." And he wrote that he was the president of the National Jewish Information Service, letter 21, August 1961. So there they're telling you that the religions are so different, they cancel each other out. So what is the nature of the Jewish God? It is not the God of the Hebrew Bible as we have seen it by their own admission. In other words, it's not the God that the Christians are worshiping. They have no need of the concept of God as they have killed off God a long time ago, as James Yaffe comments. And so it seems we must agree with Rabbi Richard Israel, who writes in his commentary on Jewish belief, the current discussion on the death of God will cause Jews to ask, so what else is new? In other words, who gives a fuck? The death of God will cause Jews to ask, so what else is new? The Jewish funeral was a much more private affair. We buried him quietly in the middle of the night. Okay, that was written by him, The American Jews, 1968, page 161. Interesting stuff here. James Yaffe's statement was a comment to a statement made by Rabbi Sherwin Wine of the Birmingham Temple. The whole concept of God is outdated. Judaism can function perfectly well without it. Christians, so who are you aligning yourself with? If the self-styled Jews have killed off God, then what sort of God do they have? The Jewish God is the Jew. Remember, I told you, as the Jewish Kabbalah puts it. The Jew is the living God, God incarnate. He is the heavenly man. The other men are earthly or inferior race. They exist only to serve the Jews. They are the cattle seed. In the following quote, we begin to understand the Jewish idea of God a little better, as it is applied more directly to today. These guys basically believe that they're their own Messiah. This is what I keep trying to tell people. The Jews want nothing to do with the Christians. They have no affiliation. The stories are bullshit. They only use them when they need to get Americans to go over and do the dirty work. By their own admission, they don't believe in the same God that the Christian does, even though we all know who everybody's worshiping. Because they're worshiping the same thing. But believe me, that isn't made up. It's very hard to find that stuff on the internet now, because that's kind of been hidden away, but I always keep a copy of this around. There is no affiliation between the Christians and the Jews. Fucking idiots.